Welcome back to Gun&Shot TV. This is Chris, and today I was going to talk about embracing the chicken wing. Now, this is an AR-15. I just put up a video. It's been getting a lot of views. And surprisingly, one of the big comments is that I chicken wing my arm when I shoot it, which is true, but there's a specific reason for that. And back in World War II, older style marksmanship training in the Army, that's how you were taught to shoot. Modern marksmanship training and such, the Army, most militaries do not want you to have your elbow up when you're shooting. There's a reason they used to teach it with the elbow up, and there's a reason they don't teach it that way anymore. So let me show you a little bit what I'm talking about. So if you're holding the rifle, I've got my elbow up here. You can see it's up in the air. Now, modern training, they tell you to keep it down. So the reason I have it up is when you have your elbow up and your hand forward, there's a pocket in your shoulder here. So it seats the gun in between my clavicle and my shoulder, and there's a pocket, and the gun can't move side to side. The butt cannot move in that pocket. Now if I drop my arm, that pocket goes away and the butt wants to pop right off my shoulder. Now obviously, depending on how you're holding it, you can tuck the butt in a way that's going to stick a little better. But if you're just shooting with your elbow down, that butt does not have as solid of a platform. Now I'm a little bit heavier than most people, chunky, obese, whatever you want to call it, so I've got a little bit more chest muscle, man tit, whatever you want. So that affects me more. Some shooters, thinner guys, may have a flatter chest, and it may work just as well with the arm down. The reason the military now trains you to keep your arm down is if I was wearing a tack vest, if I was wearing soft armor, if I was wearing a plate carrier, any of that stuff, now I have a barrier here. So making that pocket isn't actually going to keep the butt centered because it's resting on the vest on top. And if I'm being shot at, I'm standing bladed here. If I put this arm down, that's making my profile thinner. I mean, not all my profile obviously, but my elbow here. And getting shot in the arm or something like that, probably going to take you out of the fight pretty quickly there if you get hit in that elbow. So if you're getting shot at or you're wearing a plate carrier, definitely put your elbow down. But for most of my shooting, it's not tactical. I'm just plinking stuff. I mean, I do a little bit of gun game and stuff, and some minor tactical class stuff, but most of my shooting, I'm just having fun shooting at my range here, and I'm not worried about getting shot at. I'm not wearing gear, and so for me, it's much more secure to have that elbow up. So I could do a test where I shoot at a target and I put my elbow down and now the shots are all over. In reality, if you're holding the gun securely, you can correct that. And a test like that for me is going to be my results. And it's the internet, so if I wanted to prove a point, I could edit the video and make it look like whatever I wanted was the better answer. But really, next time you're at the range, give it a shot with the elbow up and then try dropping the elbow. See what's more comfortable for you, which way you shoot better. I'm not saying you can't practice in a full tack vest and all that stuff and be ready for anything, but in reality, I don't envision getting shot at. If I'm getting shot at, I have a lot more to worry about than my elbow. So it's one of those things. I'm going to throw a few rounds downrange just real quick. Elbow up first. As you can see, elbow up, it's not uncomfortable. Some people are like, oh, that's got to be so uncomfortable. It's really not uncomfortable to shoot that way. But elbow down for me, like I said, with my man tit action, is a little bit actually less secure for me. And I feel like the stock's moving around more. I can shoot this way. When I shoot that way, the butt kind of works its way more into my arm versus in my shoulder. So, you know, it's different strokes for different folks, and that's the important thing with shooting is practice. Go to the range, shoot different positions, try different stances, try going prone, try kneeling, sitting, all that stuff. Figure out what works best for you. And then from there, figure out if you want to practice that way. You know, always try different positions, try different ways, and try and be a better shooter all around. If there's something that doesn't work for you, maybe give it a little extra practice that way. But if you shoot more accurately with your elbow up, there's no shame in doing it. It's more secure shooting platform. Gun&ShotTV, this is Chris. Thanks for watching. Make sure you leave me those comments telling me I'm an asshole or an idiot, because they're my favorite.